ground! Now! Get on the ground! You too!
It's an isolated incident.
You get to determine what is our pet.
Snakes, a lizard, and a crocodile were removed from a home in Beaver County, Pennsylvania.
My Lord, a snapping turtle. Wow.
Hi guys, welcome back, and welcome to the very first episode of The Scaly Scoop, where I keep you updated on all the news events that are happening, and all that I can fit into a small 10-minute segment. I'm John, this is Butts, let's get into it. So a lot of people have asked me for my thoughts on the FWC Commission meeting, and I'm briefly going to go over that now. There were a lot of great speakers who called out the FWC Commission at the meeting, but none got under Commissioner Barretto's skin more than USARK Florida's very own media spokesperson, Daniel Parker. For every dismissive half-truth that Barretto had, Daniel had an answer. Commissioner Barretto started off dismissing and minimizing the events of April 6th. That really upset me.
You know, listen, this whole notion that there's some massacre happened, okay? You guys are taking it a little too far.
No, I don't think so at all. What would you call somebody coming in and killing a bunch of animals without reason?
Aside from his overly developed head, Commissioner Barretto is also an experienced land developer. It seems the only thing he has not been able to develop is empathy and accountability.
It was, first of all, first and foremost, I guarantee you that this agency doesn't euthanize. When's the last time we euthanized something? Give me, this is like, I don't want this notion that this is happening every day in Florida. It's not, okay? It's an isolated incident. It's an isolated incident, and you're pounding this to make it look like we do this. It's like our daily routine. It's not our daily routine.
Were there iguanas euthanized the week before that happened?
I have no clue. Okay?
The answer, as far as we can tell, is yes.
In the end, the new commission-appointed director, Colonel Roger Young, made it known that there was a temporary directive put in place that would no longer allow for euthanasia of captive animals temporarily, until a time when they were able to reassess their training and processes. So that's kind of a win, for now-ish. Overall, the condescending dismissiveness...
Well, I think it's easy for you to spew your comments, but you don't know all the facts.
The need to push that these were not pets by their own definition.
Were these snakes pets?
No, so the 32, or I get my numbers correct, the reticulated pythons were not pets. They were under the permit of commerce. So they were commerce. They were not held under pet permits. So they were not pets.
Or killing the dude's pets.
And the overall lack of an apology made me feel like very little was accomplished, or at least accomplished in the minds of the commission. The other big ticket item that we were all concerned about was the discussion of a whitelist, which was supposed to be voted on at that commission meeting, that would essentially ban all species from trade that were not known to the FWC, that they did not sign off on. Thousands of species. So in another small victory, kind of, ish, the commission decided against voting for it for right now, and instead tasked the new director, Colonel Roger Young, with gathering more information so that they can properly proceed. Do I think this was really a win? No, I think this is far from over. Worst case scenario though, we bought more time, and that is a very good thing. That takes us into our next story. There's a certain someone who likes to comment on my videos, just to be a contrarian, and one of their comments was along the lines of, and I'm paraphrasing, "Why do you keep saying that if it happens in Florida, it will happen in other states? That's not how it works." Well, I am very sorry that is unfortunately not true. The proof of this is in what's being proposed by U.S. Florida Senator Marco Rubio in an amendment to the Lacey Act. This essentially calls for a whitelist nationally. In the interest of making sure that I get all of this correct, I'm going to read this straight from USARK Florida's page. Just days after we stopped FWC's whitelist in Florida, our very own Senator Marco Rubio has reintroduced his Whitelist Lacey Act amendments to the U.S. Senate. If passed, this legislation would reverse USARK's 2017 court victory on injurious species and create a federal whitelist affecting state-to-state transport of pets. So that's currently all the information that I have on it. Once I do a little bit more digging, I will follow up with more. I'll bring it right here to you guys. But for now, let's go on to the next headline. This is a headline that you would think would begin with Florida man, but this story actually comes from Toronto, Canada. Lorenio Avila, also known as Indiana Jack, was caught using his pet spider ball python as a bullwhip to attack another man in the streets of Toronto.
Get on the ground! Now! Get on the ground! You two, on the ground! Get on the ground!
I'm not going to show much of this clip because it is so disturbing, but suffice it to say, the python did not survive despite early reports saying that it did, and Avila was charged with assault with a weapon and unnecessary pain and suffering to an animal.
All units slow down. All units slow down. All units slow down. Please have mercy on me. Okay, he's under arrest for assault for sure, and animal harm. Okay, an animal assault. We're going to bring you to our car, and we're going to read you a couple of things, okay?
So gross. Let's move on to some happier highlights. This clip you might have seen, and it shows two Chicago men kayaking when they come across a massive common snapping turtle.
Look at this guy. Look at his. We got a picture of his most beautiful side. Look at the size of that thing. Oh my God. That's a massive turtle. Is that a snapper? He's a snapper.
That's a Chicago River snapper. Are you kidding me?
Look at that beast. Hey, how you doing, guy? You look good. You're healthy. Where'd the other guy go? Look at that guy. Look at the size of this thing. Holy hell. You look good. I'm real proud of you. You've been eating healthy. You ever heard of liquid salad? We've been doing that. Al does that.
You know, he's thick but strong. Look at him.
Are you happy to have spring? Damn, that's a scene if there ever was one, man. Look at that.
He's just hanging out on the rusty chains.
We should take him out to eat.
I think their reactions are priceless, and I have no idea what liquid salad is, but if it meant sitting down to dinner with these two guys, I'd give it a try. Our last story, of course, brings us right back to Florida man. 6 months ago, 2 Galapagos tortoises were stolen from the St. Augustine Alligator Farm and Zoological Park. Today, one of those tortoises is back home. Joshua McCarty Thomas, along with another unnamed accomplice, are now in police custody after they smuggled 2 Galapagos tortoises out of the zoo in a stroller. Unfortunately, after they found the tortoises, they found that one of them did not survive, but the other was found contentedly grazing in McCarty's front yard in St. Petersburg, Florida, and she has since been returned home.
Yes, ma'am. Oh yes, it's like a Lion King moment.
This is a male that hatched here in 2017.
So you have to help us folks come up with a good name for this male tortoise that's come back to the St. Augustine Alligator Farm.
That will do it for today's update. I have more things I want to talk about, but I'm not going to get to them right now. I'm going to save them for the next one because I want to ask you guys, do you like this kind of content? If you do, I have some big plans for it. I've got a little area I'm going to set up, make it look all professional. It's going to be nice. Let me know if you have any other stories that you'd like to see covered down in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe if you're new. Remember to be kind to yourselves and each other. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.